Welcome back to the Final Fantasy VII Remake Pro Guide to a Perfect Save File. So this is going to be day 2 of Chapter 3, and we're going to be focusing on the chapter side quests today. If you missed part 1 and you want to check it out, there's going to be a link in the description for you. Alright, so in last episode, we met Tifa Lockhart at 7th Heaven, and we got situated in Sector 7. 7th Heaven, a bar located in the Sector 7 slums. A favorite after-work hangout for laborers, Tifa's cocktails and cooking are big hits among the locals. After hours, though, the place functions as a hideout for the anti-Shinra group Avalanche. Tifa Lockhart, a member of the anti-Shinra militant group Avalanche, Tifa manages 7th Heaven, a bar located in the Sector 7 slums. A student of Zangan-style martial arts, she can clobber opponents with her fleet-footed combat techniques. Alright, and moving on to the Chapter 3 Day 2 collectibles. We have the rest of the chapter chests to collect, making our total 8, including the 4 from Day 1. Again, nothing too notable in these chests, but we do get our first elixir from one of the quest rewards, which is sweet. Elixirs heal all your HP and MP, so they're really useful items to have around, but use them sparingly because they are rare. Additionally, we get some new materia to play with. First Strike is my absolute favorite. I'll be explaining more about that as the chapter unfolds, and we're also going to get our last Chapter 3 music disc, and 3 more trophies are up for grabs. Alright, so here's Cloud waking up in his new pad. The first thing we want to do is get our team optimized. We're going to give Cloud the Iron Blade, which has a much higher magic stat than the Buster Sword, so it's great for casting spells. Because of that, I'm also going to give Cloud the Earrings, which provide a 5% magic attack buff, so it's an awesome setup to deal massive spell damage. Conversely, we're going to focus on physical power with Tifa, so I'll give her the Power Wrist Guards, and just to have some extra materia leveling up, we can give her the Star Bracelet with 2 materia slots. I'm going to clear away my materia so we can start fresh, and we'll give Cloud some strong magic as well as healing magic. We'll make him our healer. Chakra is amazing. We're going to get more into that in future episodes. We want to give Tifa the tools to be our lead fighter. Deadly Dodge, Assess, and Ice are going to be things that we use frequently. So Tifa will be doing most of the fighting, and we'll get magic support from Cloud as needed. Okay, let's also upgrade Cloud's Iron Blade. So we can choose some more defensive options this time. Defense, max HP, physical damage reduction when guarding, or Punisher mode counter damage. I definitely want the Punisher mode, and I think I'm going to go with the physical damage reduction while guarding as well. Yeah, let's do those two. I don't need the defense or HP quite as much. Alright, perfect. And lastly, we're going to also assign Tifa as the leader, and we want to reassign our shortcut commands too. So we got triple slash with the Iron Blade, so we definitely want to assign that, and we'll give Thunder to Cloud too. And then, yeah, we'll make Tifa the leader, and we'll give her Assess and Blizzard on her X command. Alright, sweet. So we got all of our commands set up. We got our characters optimized. It's a beautiful morning in Midgar. Good morning, Sector 7. Here we are on another beautiful day, and we got 6 side quests to tackle. I can't remember if I mentioned this or not, but you can actually see the materia in Cloud's sword, which is a really nice feature in this game. So yeah, anytime you change your materia in the menu, it'll reflect it in the world as well, and that goes for all characters too. So yeah, cool. Let's talk to Chadley.
Please set the Orb of Assess materia to your equipment and use it to gather battle intel.
Alright, sweet. So we're going to check our quest log now. Oh yeah, and we can actually view the Midgar wireframe map too, so that's another new feature. And yeah, we'll go over to our quest log, and you can see quest number 1 is Chadley's report. Pretty simple quest. All we have to do is assess 2 enemy types. So we're going to head back over to Scrap Boulevard, and we can assess 2 over there.
Heard you cleaned up Scrap Boulevard.
Nice job, buddy.
Keep up the good work, Tifa.
Great, here we are. So yeah, we want to assess the Were-Rat and the Gorger. Those are the enemies we fought in the last episode. Pretty simple. We just need to get an assessment on them nice and quick. And we're going to be leading with Tifa now. Tifa excels at close range combat and uses combos to deal lots of damage. Press square to execute a normal attack, or hold it down to deliver a single powerful blow. Unbridled strength can be used to enhance her unique ability, as well as increase the number of attacks that can be chained together. Alright, first we want to build some ATB, just some basic attacks. And there we go. Oh crap, I got bound. Okay, so we're going to use Cloud to free her. And we should switch back to her, and we can use Assess on the third guy. Here we go. Nice, yeah, so with Assessment, you're now going to get information on what they're weak against, things that can be stolen from them, or things that they drop. So yeah, a lot of useful info now. Now let's just finish this guy off. Perfect, and that's 1 of 2 assessments.
Let's go.
We also want to use our unique abilities, so triple slash with Cloud and dive kick with
Let's end
Tifa,
this quick.
so that we can learn those abilities and use them on any weapon. As Tifa, you can press triangle to execute the martial technique Whirling Uppercut. To access more advanced techniques, you must use Unbridled Strength to increase your chi level. At level 2, you will execute Omni Strike, and at level 3, Rise and Fall. Upon utilizing an advanced technique, you will expend chi and drop 1 level. Tifa's martial techniques are effective against staggered enemies and will increase the damage bonus applied during this state. Cool, so yeah, we're gonna build our ATB up again, and we just want to get an assessment. Perfect, there we go. So that's our 2 assessments done. Now we just gotta finish these guys off. I'm gonna switch to Cloud, because I want to see if I can randomly get a stagger. Oh yeah, and they used Call to Arms, which summons more rats as well. I don't think I got the stagger with that focus trust. We'll switch back to Tifa, see if we can get some dive kick proficiency bonus.
Whatever.
One more time, maybe. Perfect, there we go. And that'll finish those guys off.
Nothing to it. There. That should be enough intel for the kid.
Great, so we can return back to Chadley. I like the fast travel shortcut.
Cloud, you were the first to gather the data I requested. Here is the rest of your payment. I have developed new materia. Would you like to see it?
As you accumulate battle intel and share it with Chadley, he will develop new materia that will become available for purchase. If you manage to collect a lot of battle intel, Chadley may have special missions for you. Cool. You can ask Chadley to reset weapon upgrades. Though there is a cost, weapons can be reset as many times as you like. The SP used for the original upgrade will be refunded. That's going to be useful as well.
I plan to develop more materia in the future. Together, we can harness enough power to take down Shinra. I'll keep preparing more battle intel reports, which I hope you will assist me in completing.
Alright, great. And we're going to get our first trophy as well for completing our first quest. So yeah, gotta start somewhere. That's the name of the trophy. And all you have to do is complete one quest.
That went well. Could be you found your calling.
Was alright, I guess.
Think of each job as an opportunity. Not to make money, but to build connections.
It's not what you know, but who.
You remembered.
Not a patient teacher.
Maybe not so patient next time.
Oh boy.
Oh, Barret should have finished collecting his share of the money by now. So what do you want to do? Head back to the bar?
Alright, so now that Chadley's first report is complete, he's going to provide us with 3 more which we can access through the Battle Intel tab. The extreme conditions in which certain monsters thrive have provided them with unique curative abilities. My aim is to harness this skill in the form of materia. So we just needed to assess 2 enemy types, and we've already completed this one. Aiming to develop a new elemental materia based on an analysis of how fire, ice, and lightning magic affect their target. If you've been following along with me in the previous episodes, you'll have completed this one like myself. If not, don't worry, you're going to get it very soon. It's pretty simple. You just need to use magic on enemies that are weak against those types. Staggering a foe can be greatly advantageous in battle. Development of support materia capable of effectively triggering this state is currently being considered. Use unique abilities on staggered enemies and charge the ATB gauge 10 times. This one can be a little bit frustrating and tricky, but I'm going to explain the whole process. I'm happy to see I already have 6 of 10 complete. That's going to make it a lot easier. Research shows that staggering one's foes positively impacts morale in battle. I aim to analyze this phenomenon and replicate a similar sensation via materia. Stagger 15 enemy types. Pretty simple, we just need to stagger 15 enemies in the game, 15 different types of enemies. I've already got 9. I'm going to be attempting to finish these reports in Chapter 3, but you don't have to, you have the whole game to do it.
I have to tell you that I'm grateful for all of your help thus far.
Alright, so now we can collect our rewards for the first 2 reports.
I've done it. I've developed a new materia.
Sweet, so now Chadley will be selling wind materia and auto cure. Wind's going to come in handy a little bit later in the chapter.
I look forward to receiving all of your future battle intel submissions.
Awesome, so we're going to equip auto cure right away. It only requires 100 AP to master, so I want to get that done in chapter 3 if I can. I don't use it too often, but it can come in handy sometimes. Basically, whoever has it equipped, if you're not using them in battle, when they have ATB, they'll use it to automatically cure the party, so it's pretty cool. Alright, here's quest number 2 at the item store.
Hey there, Tifa. Welcome back. And you, the new merc in town looking for work, right?
Yeah.
In that case, maybe you could do something about the Doom Rats? Them and their were-rat buddies have been tearing up town, looking for food and whatnot. Got into the store and made one hell of a mess, let me tell you. Oh, you think that's funny, do you? Don't lie. I saw you crack a smile. Well, do the job and you can laugh it up for all I care. Anyway, they're probably nesting in the outskirts. Now I've heard a were-rat in pain will call its friends for help. And the whole rat pack will come running just like that.
Alright, so this one's a pretty simple quest. We just have some were-rats and then their older brother, the Doom Rats.
All the items you could want.
And they come in 2 waves. The first wave is the were-rats, so if we look around to the left, that's where our target is, and the quest is called Rat Problems. It's our side quest number 2. So yeah, to the left, through this tunnel, underneath this scrap, back into the junkyard, and our first wave will just be a bunch of were-rats. So I'm going to use Tifa's dive kick as much as possible because I want to max out her proficiency so we can learn this move. So there we go. We'll do some more. I got to charge some more ATB first. Okay, that guy's dead. We'll go charge some ATB. We'll use the dive kick. Nice, we learned it right there. Okay, perfect. And I can just finish these guys off since I've already learned the move. And we got our next trophy as well, my first ability, and we just got that for learning the dive kick ability, which is great.
I don't see any doom rats around.
What do you think? Should we wait? You know, this might be a waste of time. Let's head back to the store and touch base for now.
Alright, so before we head back to the store, I want to grab this chest. It's got 3 grenades. Perfect. That's our first chest of the chapter, or of the segment of the chapter, rather. So we'll head back through the scrap, back through the tunnel, and then back to the right, back to the item store. And then we will get instructions for the second wave against the Doom Rats.
Well, rats too much to handle? I'm just messing with you. Heard you took out some were-rats, which is nice and all, but the job was to wipe out the Doom Rats. No biggie. Get back out there and finish the job, and we're good. Don't look so glum. It's only a matter of time till they show. You'll get them this time for sure.
Stupid item store owner. Screw you. Alright, no worries. So we'll head back to the same junkyard we were just at. Back through the tunnel, back under the scrap. And this time we're going to see the Doom Rats appear instead of were-rats. So, yeah, they're a little bit more challenging. They have more health, they do more damage, they're bigger. But we want to... First we want to assess them. So,
Taking over.
there we go. We got Tifa's ATB, we got the assessment. Then we're going to try and work on Cloud's proficiency for his triple slash. So once I get some ATB, we're going to use triple slash here. Here we go. Now we're just going to pile on some damage on these guys. I need to get a stagger as well. Once this combo is done, I'm going to use another triple slash to get some more proficiency on that ability. Then that guy's almost staggered, so we'll just combo him and get the stagger. There we go. Now with Tifa, I want to show something. So that's the uppercut attack right there. You can see there's a lot of lag after that move. And that's the dive kick, and there's also a lot of startup lag at the start of that move. But you can combine the two into a combo like that. So you can do like a 1-2 uppercut into dive kick. So let's get this guy staggered, and I'll show you again. So here's just the uppercut by itself. You can see a lot of lag there, but now if you do uppercut into dive kick, you get like a double combo. So I recommend that. We got him.
Keep those gloves up.
Sure thing, Coach.
Alright, sweet. So we'll warp back to the item store, and we got our next trophy as well, Materia for Beginners. So yeah, that's our third trophy of the segment, and we'll keep rolling along.
Finally managed to get those Doom Rats, huh? Thanks, guys. You're the greatest. Was so dead in here, I thought I might have to close up shop for good. Hey, got an idea. Hear me out. If the guy who took care of the town's rat problem told everybody where he liked to shop, well, what do you say? I'll make it worth your while, of course. Give you some incentive. Talk you up to Weimer and my customers, and anybody else who listen. You'll be swimming in work before you know it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay then, that's what I like to hear. Seventh Heaven, the new merc in town and my little store. I can see it now. We're gonna clean up.
Alright, sweet. So we're going to buy a new materia that he's offering, Cleansing. And that just gives you the ability to revive poison and other status ailments. So it's a pretty good one.
Thanks to the awesome new
And so if we examine our next quest, Nuisance in the Factory, we're going to head back down the tunnel that we were just in, except instead of going under the scrap, we're going to head to the right. We're going to get to the junk dealer who's going to provide us with our next quest. So here he is right here.
Hello, hello! Oh, what do we have here? I'm guessing you're that merc I've heard so much about. You're not here to shop, are you? People were right. You look like you can handle yourself. So some drakes have made themselves at home in the abandoned Talager factory. Can't have that kind of trouble around here. My regulars will do anything to get their hands on the scrap in there, and if they run into those drakes, they could get hurt.
I'll handle it.
Much obliged, sir. Head on over to the old Talager factory and talk to Narjan. He's the watchman guarding the entrance. Good luck. I'm counting on you, my friend.
Alright, cool. Nothing to buy from him just yet. We will get a deal on high potions a little bit later. I want to get some more gil first. And so we have a little bit longer to walk for this quest to the other side of town. So here is the factory entrance right here, but we're going to keep going a little bit further to reach the item store right there, which is selling a music disc. That's Barret's theme, so we're going to check that out. And I'm also going to exchange ice for wind, because we're going to need wind in the factory. So that's the new arrow ability, and we'll also set that to Tifa's quick command too. So we can switch that over to arrow. There we go. I actually didn't end up using Blizzard on the Doom Rats, mostly because I was focused on staggering and assessing them and also showing off the dive kick combo. But that's okay. I will be using arrow for sure in the factory, so I wanted to make sure I've got that. Okay, so we're going to head this way. Out of my way, kid. I wanted to avoid triggering a cutscene, so I kind of took the long way around. And I want to also talk about the Stagger Effect Part 1, one of Chadley's intel reports that we have to complete. It's a really specific requirement. It requires you to stagger an enemy and then fill your ATB bar while using a triangle move on that staggered enemy. So yeah, it's very specific, and it's kind of annoying to pull that off, especially early in the game right now when enemies often die before you get them staggered. I am going to be doing it in Chapter 3. I've got a method, but if you can't do it, don't worry. You can do it anytime, like I've said before.
You're just getting started, aren't you, Merc? In that case, you'll need to be prepared for anything.
Alright, so we're gonna buy Barret's theme, and that's our 4th music disc of the chapter. It's also the last music disc in the chapter. Sweet, so yeah, let's check it out. Nice down south bluesy version. I like this arrangement, I like what they've done with it, but I do think I'm a little bit more partial to the original. I thought it would be fun to do a comparison series with the music in this game eventually. A review and comparison. Just go over all the music tracks in both games. But yeah, if you can't finish the Stagger Effect Part 1 in Chapter 3, do not worry about it. You're going to have lots of time to do it later on in the game. I'm just trying to get everything done as early as possible without grinding. I don't want to do any grinding to accomplish stuff. Sweet, so yeah, that's Barret's theme. It's got a pretty interesting ending. I like the way that tune wraps up. Alright, so we'll continue down the path and keep going with the 3rd quest, Nuisance in the Factory. So we can just head past these blue pickup trucks over to the right, and we can talk to Narjan, who will give us access.
The factory's off limits. Factory's off limits. Drakes have been spotted inside. Huh? Wait a minute. Tifa? Don't tell me you're here to take care of those things. Are you? In that case, be my guest. We believe there's at least 2 groups lurking somewhere inside the factory. Find and cull them all.
Nice, so now we can get inside. The factory is just a series of warehouses connected with scrap yards. And in the first warehouse, there's no enemies, but we do have some boxes and a chest on the left. Nice, I got a Moogle medal. Alright, and this chest is just 2 antidotes, and that's our 2nd chest of this chapter segment. Nice, now we'll turn around and go the other way. And you can take the door or the garage door. I'll just head through the door, but they both go the same way. So I did manage to get another Stagger Effect Part 1 challenge complete on the Doom Rats. So now I've just got 3 more. I've got 7 of 10 complete, and I'm going to try and get the other 3 in this segment. Okay, so we'll get these Gorgers. I'm going to build my ATB on the first guy, and we can use magic on one of the other ones. Alright, so Cloud's bound, so we'll use Arrow, kill that guy. When they're up on the wall, you can use Whirling Uppercut to knock them down. unless they're higher up, then it's not going to work. In that case, you can use magic. So like that guy's way too high, so we'll use arrow on him. Cloud's attacks are unfortunately kind of useless when they're on the wall. Get those boxes, and there's 2 ways to go here. I'm going to head to the left, and we're going to wrap around and check out the other side afterwards. One of the drakes that we're hunting is on that other side. Okay, we got 3 gorgers in here. Build our ATB up with this guy, uppercut. I'll use arrow on the guy on the wall, knock him down, kill him, and then I'll just uppercut this last guy. Take care of those guys nice and quick. We've got some more boxes in the corner here.
I gotcha.
And we're going to head through this garage door because the materia that we could see before, past the gate that we couldn't get through, that's around this way if we head through the garage door. It's just fire materia, which we already have, unfortunately. We've got some boxes there. Yeah, it's just fire materia, so it's nothing special, but it is good to have multiple, so I'll hang on to that. These benches, you're going to see them all throughout the game. They revive your HP and MP, fully heal you, so yeah, those are really handy. Always take advantage of those. The vending machines provide, it's like a shop on the go. Like anytime you get to a store and encounter new goods, these vending machines will update and they'll contain all the goods that you've seen in stores, so that's pretty cool. And this bench actually has a little save icon on it in the middle. That's from the original FF7, so that's a nice shout out to that. Since there's no save points in this game, they gave the recovery benches the save point icon. Okay, now we have our first drakes. We got 2 drakes in here. We're gonna do air combos, which is just like attack, press square when you're next to an enemy in the air and you'll do an air combo. It's not... Air combat is one of the most frustrating parts of the game. Okay, we got our assess. And you leave yourself pretty vulnerable, which is annoying as well, so you gotta be careful of that. We're gonna try and pressure this guy and focus thrust him, if I can get him staggered. We're gonna move in with Tifa, and I wanna try and get some more whirling uppercuts, charging my ATB gauge while this guy's staggered. So let's see if I can do this. Nice, there's number 8, stagger effect, perfect.
Watch this.
Finish that guy off. Okay, now with this guy, I'm gonna use Tifa, and I'm just gonna hit him twice with arrow. So that should stagger him, and then we can use one more and finish him off. They're weak against arrow, so it's really effective to use arrow on these guys. But arrow, like ice, has a delayed damage effect, so it's kind of risky because they can fly away from it. So sometimes it comes down to luck, unfortunately. Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can get another stagger report for Chadley here. We need to get 2 more still. So we need to stagger him first, and then we need to use the uppercut while he's staggered to charge the ATB gauge. Nice, I was able to do it twice in a row there. So we actually finished off the challenge. That's amazing. It's a very tough challenge to finish early with weak enemies.
Got rid of those drakes in the factory, did ya? What a relief. I can't wait to give my regulars the good news. You're the real deal, all right. Keep it up, and I can see you going far as a merc in this town. I've worked with my fair share over the years, so believe me when I say that I know what I'm talking about. Anyway, you're needed over at the Pillar. Apparently another flying bastard stirring up trouble. Bet you can't get enough of this, huh?
Well...
No, I get it. If you're good at something, might as well make it your living. May not know you, but I know a man who's found his calling when I see one. Keep at it. I switch out my stock every so often, so drop by when you're in the neighborhood, huh?
Alright, sweet. So that's 3 quests down and 3 more to go. And we're about to start our 4th quest, but I also want to visit Chadley too to submit my 3rd intel report. Okay, and we'll take a look on the map. So we're going to go to the south part of town. That's where the next quest is. It's called Lost Friends, and we're going to help this little girl Betty find her missing pet cats. It's kind of a weird quest. There's no fighting or anything, but it allows you to learn more about the neighborhood, just like getting your way around. And it also develops Cloud's character as a good hero. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Are you ready for more,
All right, so let's talk to Chadley over here.
I have to tell you that I'm grateful for all of your help thus far.
We can submit our 3rd report for the first strike materia.
I've done it. I've developed a new materia.
Sweet, so we can buy that. First strike is absolutely amazing.
I look forward to receiving all of your future battle intel submissions.
I'm going to get that equipped right away onto Tifa. We can remove her HP up materia for now, and we'll replace it with First Strike. Yeah, First Strike just allows you to go into battle with your ATB pre-charged, so you can pull moves off right away, abilities right as soon as you enter a battle, which is really helpful. Okay, so here's Betty in our 4th quest.
Oh, hey there. Is Marlene with you?
No.
Okay, I was kinda hoping she could help me find my friends.
I know someone who can help you. This guy right here.
Really? Okay, let me tell you all about them. They have long arms and legs, and they're a little skinny. They like places where there's food, and nice people will give them treats when they ask. And small spaces. Oh yeah, and they're all cats.
I'm looking for cats.
They're friendly, so if you call them, they'll come running. All 3 of them. Find my friends, please.
Okay, sweet. So if we head east down the path, we're going to make our way to the first cat. It's at the end of the road. It's a little bit of a jaunt. And you can actually do a circuit around the neighborhood and collect all 3 cats pretty seamlessly, pretty easily, if you know your way around. So that's what we're going to do here. Here's cat number 1.
Wait, did you hear that just now? I think one of Betty's cats might be nearby.
Alright, sweet. So now we're going to head to cat number 2. I was trying to avoid triggering this conversation before, but we can't, unfortunately.
Something's wrong. Let's check it out.
I'm not going to follow through with that right now because I don't want to set off the cutscene. That's for the main quest. Here's cat number 2. Yeah, we'll check what the commotion's all about. At the end of the side quest. I want to save the main quest for after the side quest. Alright, sweet. So we can just continue down this way past the item shop, and we're going to head into this little alley and talk to this woman right here.
I'm trying to get a cat to come out. It snatched one of my pastries and scurried in there. Will you be a dear and lend me a hand?
Cool, so yeah, we'll head under this scrap, in this little scrap tunnel, and there's a whole bunch of cats back here actually. It's kind of like a little cat hideout, but we know the one we want is the white one. But before I grab that, I'm going to get this chest. It's got 2 adrenaline bottles of adrenaline in it, and we're going to talk about that item in the next quest actually, so I'll save that for then. And here's our 3rd cat. Awesome.
This sucks. Screw this.
And we can do our fast travel back to Betty to finish off our 4th quest.
What? They ran away? So, I'm never gonna see them again? You guys! You came back! They said that a scary man was chasing them. Thank you!
Alright, sweet. Yeah, that quest is pretty simple, pretty quick if you know where you're going.
I'll bet a lot of people are talking about you right now. There's this amazing merc who can handle anything.
Nothing I've done around here has been all that special, though.
Oh, so you want more of a challenge, huh?
Nice, so we just got a Maiden's Kiss from Betty, which cures the frog status ailment, which I'll talk about later in the series. And quest number 5 is On the Prowl, just up the street if we talk to Weimer again. I should also mention that we get a mini reward for completing each quest. We got 500 gil from Chadley, 500 gil from the junk dealer, 5 high potions from the item store owner. And this message board tracks how many enemies we defeated in the slums, and we'll get a new materia for reaching 50 kills, so we'll come back for that very soon. Here's Weimer.
A certain shopkeeper told me you paid him a visit. Thanks for helping him out. Just so happens there's another job I'd like to offer you. Now that I know you can handle yourself in a fight. We've got a real killer on the loose, you see. A rabid catch dog. Maybe you've heard people talking about it. Shinra mutt gone feral. Last sighting was in Scrap Boulevard. Think you're up to it?
I'll handle it.
You're a lifesaver. Doubt anyone else around here stands a chance. Go get him, bud.
Alright, let's head back over to Scrap Boulevard.
I'm not going anywhere near that anything the damn thing came from.
I guess he's got his uses.
So we're going to be facing the Wrathhound, which is similar to the dogs we've already encountered, but it's on steroids and it's been genetically mutated by Shinra, so it's definitely the strongest thing we'll face in Chapter 3. Be careful. There are a few ways you can take it down, and I'm going to showcase another new item, the Adrenaline. We'll just grab these boxes, and the Wrathhound should just be up here and around this corner. Alright, so there he is up there. First I want to re-equip the ice materia on Tifa, since this thing is weak against ice, and we're going to try to assess it, stagger it, and exploit its weakness all in the first phase of the fight. And we'll put Blizzard back on the shortcut command as well. There we go.
Here I go.
With first strike material, you can see that Tifa's ATB bar is almost full, so we'll just top it up and then use assess. Now I want to build more ATB and cast ice on the Wrathhound to exploit its weakness and add a significant chunk to its pressured meter. I'll then switch over to Cloud and use focused thrust once his ATB is up to add even more pressure. So we can get this guy staggered. Just a little more, and there we go. Now that he's staggered, we can pile on the damage with our weapon abilities, get some more proficiency with Cloud's triple slash. Unfortunately, this fight has 2 phases and you won't be able to do damage to the Hound beyond a certain threshold, otherwise I'd be slaughtering him right now. We'll do a few uppercut dive kick combos, just to further illustrate the effectiveness of stringing these moves together. Okay, that's going to finish off the first phase of the fight. So the Wrathhound is going to run away. We'll grab these boxes and then we can chase after him. In the second phase of the fight, you can do exactly what I just did in phase 1 and you'll wreck this guy. But I'm actually going to employ a different strategy in order to show you how the adrenaline works. If you're having trouble getting them staggered, then this second method might be for you. It's a slower method, but it's very effective nonetheless. So we'll head through the cave and talk to Weimer.
I drove the Hound into the area up ahead. He's pissed, so make sure you're ready.
Cool, so under the fence, down the path, here comes phase 2. Tifa could use a little health top up, so we'll give her a potion. And I'm also going to assign adrenaline to her circle shortcut command since I've already assessed the Wrathhound. When a character uses adrenaline, they'll take more damage from enemies, but in exchange their limit gauge will charge up faster since higher damage equals a faster limit. It can be risky, but as long as we monitor Tifa's HP, we'll be fine. So we'll just use the adrenaline here. Now the trick is to take hits from the Hound and let her limit build. This is a great opportunity to show off how adrenaline works and check out Tifa's limit break. It can be a bit counterintuitive, but our goal here is to get hit as much as possible. We'll use high potions on Tifa whenever her health gets low, so we'll just keep that monitored. I also don't want to inflict too much damage and kill the Hound before we see Tifa's limit break, so I'm trying to take it slow and just chipping away at his health. Sometimes it's hard to resist a good dive kick though. My instinct is to just kill this guy as quick as possible, but I have to remember to hold back. Okay, so Tifa's taking more damage. That's good, that's good. Her limit's getting full.
Don't overdo it.
We are going to use another high potion on her. There we go. Oh, there we go.
My turn.
Just inflict some more damage. We're trying to get that pressured meter filled up so we can stagger him. Trying to get Tifa's limit break filled up. Okay, I was hoping she would get hit a little bit more there, but the Wrathhound kind of missed. I guess his AI isn't that good. It's still an early game boss.
Bring it. Watch yourself.
Hang back.
Just chipping away, chipping away. Damn, his health's starting to get low, but he's almost staggered and Tifa's limit is almost full. There she goes. So her limit's full. So we're just gonna... I need to get him staggered. There. And now we'll use our limit.
Let's finish this.
Nice. So yeah, that's how you can use your limit break early in the game. Just equip adrenaline, take a bunch of damage, and you'll build up your limit break. Back to Weimer.
Took care of the dog, did you? Phew, we owe you one.
Gotta say, I've never seen a Shinra breed like that before. Out of curiosity, when exactly did it show up?
Oh, today. The first reports came in just this morning. Why do you ask? Wait a minute. There's this crazy story about a Shinra research lab hidden right beneath our feet under the slums.
Huh. Really? That's news to me.
And here I thought you might know something I don't. Well, I guess not.
It's a big organization. Sure, there's lots of secrets I don't know.
Yeah, fair enough. You got the bastard. That's good enough for me.
So that's going to complete quest number 5, and we're going to get an elixir from Weimer, which is great. Okay, before I head over to quest 6, I want to reassign the materia for Cloud and Tifa, and I also want to make Cloud the leader now. So we'll give Cloud First Strike, Assess, Deadly Dodge, and Wind. And for Tifa, let's give her Auto Cure, Chakra, Cleansing, and could do Healing. Actually, you know what? Let's go with Fire just in case we need some more magic damage. So we'll make Cloud the leader again, and we'll change his quick commands to give him Assess and Arrow so we can have quick access to those. And let's give Tifa quick access to Poisana, which is the cleansing materia, and Fire. Then we're going to head way over to the east side of town again for our 6th and final quest. Just flew in from the graveyard.
Had us scared half to death.
So the main reason I'm making Cloud the leader again is that I can focus on learning his ability, the triple slash technique for his iron blade. That way we can just get that out of the way, we won't have to worry about that anymore, and we can focus on other things afterwards. So we're going to head east down the long road, and this is going to bring us back to the Talagar factory that we visited in the 3rd side quest of the chapter. But this time we have a new enemy that we're going to be facing. It's called the Cerulean Drake, and it's like the lesser drakes we faced in the factory before, but it's a little bit bigger and more powerful. So we can talk to Gwen up here to trigger our 6th quest, and we're also going to hear from our guard friends from before.
Show some spine!
Yes, sir! Ma'am, if you don't leave at once, I will be forced to arrest you!
Oh yeah? Go ahead! Tifa, you won't believe this! A Cerulean Drake flew in from the train graveyard, but these 2 clowns refused to get off their butts and do anything about it! Hey, is that? It is you, the new Merc! Then maybe you can help us out. The Drake is in the old Talagar factory over there, but to reach it, you'll need to get a hold of a watch security key. You should be able to find one inside one of the crates. I forget which, just smash them all.
Okay, perfect. So now we can head back to the factory one more time. Past Narjan again through the gates. And yeah, it's pretty much the same as last time. We just have a bunch of gorgers dotted around throughout the place. Get these boxes one more time. The only difference is we don't have the lesser drakes present anymore, but we do now have the Cerulean Drake. So that's like the big Drake brother. And then we're going to see our first batch of gorgers in here. So yeah, I'm going to try and max out Cloud's proficiency, the triple slash. So with first strike, we just need to use 1 attack to top up our ATB and get triple slash. This guy's climbing the wall, but thankfully he's not too high for Cloud to reach. So we'll get him, finish him off, build our ATB up one more time. And that gorger's really high up on the wall, so we're going to use arrow so we don't have to mess around with that. Take care of him, get these boxes. Beautiful. Next, I'm going to head straight down this path instead of left like I did last time. And that's the reason for that is because this warehouse has a garage door that I didn't open before because I fast traveled at the end of the last quest to finish the quest. And now we can open this garage door and we're going to get our last chest of the chapter segment, which contains 2 sedatives. Sedatives are pretty cool in that they will reduce the damage you take, but in exchange you charge your limit break slower. So it's a trade-off. If you're looking for high defense, just like a higher defensive statistic, then you can use a sedative at the beginning of battle and you'll take less damage, as long as you're not worried about getting your limit. Okay, so in this warehouse we have a few more gorgers and a were-rat, so I wanted to just get triple slash right away, use that. Nice, I got the ability as well. Finish him off. And these boxes. There's a locked door right there, but we need to find the security key card before we can access that door. So it's actually just up here, but we have another fight first. Get these gorges. Even though I've already maxed triple slash, we'll just use it one more time since it's so effective against these guys. Beautiful, finish that guy off. And then we can grab these boxes in the corner. And just past this garage door, which we opened previously, there's a few more boxes, and now this time they're going to contain the security key that we're looking for.
That the key?
Yeah.
Excellent. Now we can head back down this corridor to where we found the locked door before, and that's going to get us through to the Cerulean Drake, which we need to fight. Oh yeah, and I also forgot to mention that another reason I chose Cloud as the leader for this fight is because he's got his Iron Blade, which has really good magic stats. So I can combine that with Arrow, which Cerulean Drake is weak against, and will do massive damage against this guy. I'm going to grab these boxes before the fight starts, so I don't have to worry about those after. Okay, so now with the Cerulean Drake, just like with the other Drakes, we need to assess him, we need to do aerial combos, so we got the assessment. So yeah, we have to do a bunch of aerial combos, build up our ATB. This can be sluggish and slow sometimes, and you are leaving yourself really vulnerable, as I've mentioned. So it's a bit of an annoying process getting your ATB up on these guys, the aerial enemies, but now that we've got some ATB, I want to try and get another ATB meter, and I want to use back-to-back arrow moves on this guy. Nice, he's even in the corner, which is perfect. He doesn't have anywhere to fly away to. Alright, so we got him staggered, 2 arrows in a row. I'm going to build my ATB one more time, and then I will use a final arrow to finish him off. Nice. Oh man, I thought he was going to go over the fence. That would have been perfect.
Worked up a good sweat.
That's okay though, instead he fell back into Cloud. Since he's here, let's just watch his life stream dissipate. Anytime you defeat a biological enemy, you'll see their physical form dissipate into the life stream, which is a pretty nice touch. Okay, now we don't want to talk to Gwen just yet because that's going to trigger a set of events once I finish the 6th quest that it's going to trigger some story events, and I won't be able to return to Stargazer Heights to sleep. And since we're about to wrap up the episode in a few minutes, I want to head over to Stargazer Heights and sleep so that we can end day 2 and prepare for our final day in the Sector 7 slums in the next episode. But yeah, if I was to finish off quest 6 right there, I wouldn't be able to return to Stargazer Heights and sleep. So we're going to save that for the start of the next episode, but we will finish that off as well. Alright, so here we are, but before we sleep, I want to check my upgrades because I did just get some SP for Cloud, so we can do some more upgrades. We'll do the Buster Sword first, and we've actually unlocked secondary cores now, which provide us even cooler upgrades and power-ups. So we can choose from attack, magic attack, defense, or magic defense. I'm not a big defensive player, so I'm going to go with magic attack and attack up. But by all means, if you feel like you're getting rocked by the enemies and you want more defense, you can choose those options for sure. So it's totally up to you, whatever you want to do. Now if we head to the Iron Blade, we've got some really nice magic upgrades in our secondary core for this one. This is kind of what I've been waiting for. I can take this sword and I can turn it into an even higher magic producing sword. So I'm going to go for magic attack power right there. And then we can also grab the magic attack power +5 with high HP. So at the beginning of battle, when you have high HP, you can do even more massive damage. But again, that's totally up to you what you want to choose. Okay, so now we'll head up into Stargazer Heights, and we'll head back to Cloud's room, and we're going to end day 2. Back home to Cloud's crib. Time for some shut-eye after another hard day's work in the slums. But before I leave you guys today, I want to read off some more flavor text that I never got a chance to get to before. Alright, so Cloud Strife, former first-class soldier. After defecting from Shinra, Cloud began work as a mercenary for hire in Midgar. With his trusty broadsword in hand, he always gets the job done. Avalanche, an anti-Shinra group that contends the company is destroying the planet by siphoning Mako, a resource they say is the lifeblood of the world. Though many factions of Avalanche exist, Barret's group is entrusted with Midgar and will not shy away from employing more extreme measures. Barret Wallace, a faction leader of the anti-Shinra militant group Avalanche. Barret is filled with a burning hatred for Shinra, a company he claims is destroying the planet. His right arm has been modified into a firearm, allowing him to attack enemies at long range. Jesse, a member of the anti-Shinra organization Avalanche. This mechanical whiz is in charge of any gadgets the team may need in the field. In her free time, she makes and sells water filtration systems to finance Avalanche. Grew up alongside Biggs and Wedge. Biggs, a member of the anti-Shinra organization Avalanche. Where Barret is hot-headed and impetus, Biggs is calm and thorough, the brains of the operation. His strategies are second to none. Grew up alongside Wedge and Jesse. Wedge, a member of the anti-Shinra organization Avalanche. Well known throughout the city, little escapes this charming informant's ears, often winds up being the middleman. He grew up alongside Biggs and Jesse. Marlene, Barret's 4-year-old daughter who lives with him in 7th Heaven, a bar in the Sector 7 slums. Oblivious to the existence of Avalanche, she believes that her father hands out flyers as a member of the Neighborhood Watch. The Neighborhood Watch, an organized group of slum residents dedicated to protecting the town in lieu of Shinra, who has shown nothing but indifference towards the slums. The Watch deals with a variety of issues such as building reconstruction, arbitration, and monster extermination. Stargazer Heights, a small apartment building located in the Sector 7 slums and managed by Marl. Tifa is staying in room 201, and right next door in 202 is where Cloud stays. In room 203, however, is a strange man with the number 49 tattooed on his arm. Shinra Electric Power Company. Using Midgar as its base of operations, this massive conglomerate maintains an ironclad grip on the world. Originally a small weapons manufacturer, the advent of Mako Energy has provided Shinra with unprecedented growth and profits. Currently, the company focuses on Mako Energy, arms development, urban planning, space and aeronautics, and food and pharmaceutical production. Sector 1 Reactor. One of the 8 Midgar Mako reactors, these massive plants harvest the Mako deep within the planet to power the city. In order to prevent intelligence leaks and keep Mako poisoning to a minimum, most labors and security inside the reactor is automated. Shinra Public Security Forces. Armed troops belonging to Shinra's Public Security Division. Unlike army units sent to the front lines, the Public Security Forces maintain law and order in the streets of Midgar. Their duties vary from small-time criminal apprehension to monster extermination. Soldier. Elite troops assigned to Shinra's Public Security Division. Those who pass Soldier's rigorous screening tests are bathed in Mako to further enhance their physical capabilities. Units are assigned one of 3 ranks depending on aptitude, but even soldiers in the lowest rank are not to be underestimated. So that's going to wrap it up on Chapter 3, Day 2. But stay tuned for Day 3, the conclusion of Chapter 3, coming your way very soon. If you enjoyed today's episode and you want to show your support, please feel free to like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Kilson out. Peace.